In this video, we're talking all about game core loops. Hey there, Kevin here. Yes, we are talking about game core loops today, and your core loop refers to the actions that players will repeatedly perform throughout your game. What will be the primary thing that they will be doing over and over? Your core loop is designed to keep players engaged by providing a continuous cycle of challenges, rewards and progression. In games designed to be played on mobile phones especially, this loop is essential for maintaining your players' interest, creating a sense of accomplishment and encouraging repeat play. This should all be done in a relatively short period of time. Your core gameplay loop typically depends on the following elements. Action or task. The player will perform a core gameplay action like battling enemies, collecting resources or solving puzzles. This could also be jumping or flying or chopping trees. These will all depend on the type of game you are building. Reward. After completing these tasks, the player will receive some form of reward such as points, coins, items or even player experience. Progression. The reward enables the player to progress the game, unlock new levels, improve their character, acquire more resources. Now, depending on your game's type and complexity, it's also very common to include an additional step into this core loop, and this is where we can add reinvestment. This is where the player uses the reward or progress and it takes on more challenging tasks, starting the loop over again. The core loop would then look something like what we're seeing now. This allows you as a game designer to create deeper experiences, or at least bake this into your loop from the very early stages of developing your idea. Let's take a look at a couple of examples of your game's core loop. Strategy. Action, build. The player builds and upgrades structures. Reward. Generate resources. They receive various types of resources dependent on the game. Progression. Upgrade, expand. The resources are used to build new or stronger structures or train new or more and existing troops. Reinvestment. Unlock new units or go to battle. Troops or new upgrades are used to complete missions, often battles, and this leads us back to the action step. It's a rinse and repeat core loop. An obby game. Action, navigate. Traverse a series of various challenging obstacles, platforming objects and elements. Perform somewhat precise jumps, slides and other specific maneuvers. This allows you to progress through the stage. Reward, collect. Collect gems and coins. Progression, new stage. Complete the stage to get as far as possible. Reinvestment here is character upgrades typically, and the player can use the currency collected to upgrade or buy new characters or skins or even pets. Hence the core loop. Your game's core loop is crucial for player retention and repeated play sessions, as this will provide the satisfying cycle of effort and reward that keeps players returning. Defining fun in games is a highly subjective topic, but we did touch on this in our video, The Secret Sauce in Games, so please go and check that one out. But your core loop should really aspire to achieve some of, if not all of the pillars that we mentioned in that. These are engaging gameplay, well-designed challenges, a strong sense of theme, pleasing aesthetic, polished visuals, replayability, progression systems and smooth controls. Now that is a lot to say, but overall these factors do promote game clarity, player motivation, they do invoke positive responses and generate a satisfying gameplay experience. For longevity, retention and increased session times, it's worth thinking about how the following time spans impacts on your game's overall replayability value. Moment to moment, and this really will be your core loop. Minute to minute, what happens after they've played for a short amount of time? Hour to hour, can your game support longer play times? Day to day, why would they come back tomorrow? And you could even go from week to week, from month to month, but I recommend just really honing in on your game's core loop to start with. So one key takeaway from this is that your core loop is essentially the very heartbeat of your game. It's a series of chain of actions that's repeated over and over and is the primary flow of your player's experience. It's the core essence of why we return to play games over and over again. So take your time perfecting this and refine this as much as you can. If your core gameplay loop is weak and unsatisfying, no amount of meta or skins or anything like that will help really improve your game overall. Players must love the action of performing the tasks you set them over and over and over again. Okay, so I hope that helps. Do let me know in the comments and I will see you on the next video.